Today we are talking about the struggles of caregivers, why caregivers struggle, why caregiving seems like such a struggle, and why caregivers won't seek help. I'm Pamela D Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. On there, a lot of hope, help, and support for caregivers and aging adults. So as a caregiver, caregivers struggle because of a feeling of loss of control, but just the opposite. Caregivers can struggle because you are taking too much control over a situation. So where is that balance? Where is that equilibrium of doing enough as a caregiver and allowing your care receiver to do more for them? Here are some questions that you can ask yourself to find out if you are that caregiver who may be doing a little bit too much, causing yourself more problems, more physical health problems, more mental health problems. So as a caregiver, do you feel like you need to have a project? You need to make a parent happy or a spouse happy or children happy? Do you feel like that is your life purpose, that your life purpose is to take care of other people and make other people happy at your own personal expense? Do you always say yes to every request that comes up instead of thinking, is this practical? Can I do it? What else do I have to give up in order to be able to help mom or dad over here, or my brother or sister over here, or my spouse over here? Do you continually find yourself saying, oh, I am so exhausted, I am so tired, there is never any time for me? If you do, if you have these feelings, your caregiving situation is probably off balance. Here are some other things to look at and to start asking yourself about your caregiving situation. In your family, was the idea always that it's good to be helpful, and if you're not helpful, then you're being selfish? Sometimes these ingrained behaviors up here cause us difficulties throughout our life, because if we take time for ourselves or if we do something for ourselves, then we feel like we're being selfish because we have been told that being selfish is a bad thing. As a caregiver, being selfish is actually a good thing for a number of reasons. If you're not selfish and you don't take care of yourself, you eventually are not going to be taking care of an aging parent or whoever it is, because you will be so physically and mentally sick and drained that you won't be able to do that. So selfishness in caregiving is a positive aspect. The other thing is that caregiving can become compulsive. It can be this thing that up here we feel like we have to do, and we have to keep giving more, and we have to keep doing all of this. But really the question is, do we? Are you involved in a caregiving situation to such a degree that focusing over here allows you to not focus on yourself and things that you should be doing for yourself, like self-care, like going to school if that is your goal, like having friends and relationships and getting married and having children? Sometimes caregivers can be more avoidant of managing their own lives because it's work. And it's easier to focus over here on something that mom or dad needs rather than to look at ourselves and our needs and really ask ourselves, why am I not doing this? Am I afraid? What is around this thing that I really want to do that I just complain about? And I blame my parents. I blame my mom or dad that I can never go to school, or I can never get married, or I can never get a job. Well, you can if you would make the choice. You are making the choice to be that caregiver, which is another reason why caregivers struggle. Then there's the other behavioral pattern of caregiving where we do too much for other people and it takes away their opportunity to learn. So look at your family patterns. Has the idea of being a caregiver been an expectation? Is it passed down from generation to generation? Because that can make every generation more helpless to take care of themselves because your parents taught you that your job is to care for them, not yourself. Which means that then your children are going to have to care for you because you never took the time to learn how to take care of your health and go to the doctor, and you never learned all of these life skills that you needed because in a sense your family believes that this caretaking, this emotional attachment, this overdoing is a good pattern, when you have to ask yourself, is it a good pattern if you're sick? If you're not working, if you're giving up the rest of your life to care for somebody else, how healthy of a pattern is that? I'm Pamela D Wilson. Thank you for being with me for this video about why caregivers struggle. More help, hope, and support is on my website at PamelaDWilson.com and my online courses. All of the videos here on YouTube, one-on-one Eldercare Consultations, my weekly podcast, The Caring Generation. Thanks for watching this video. Please share it with other people that you know who are asking for hope, help, and support and looking for questions that they should be asking themselves about caregiving situations. I'll see you again soon in another video.